Well, how's it going? It's John, Sage, Holy City Adventurist, and we are back again. We are going hunting today, August 15th, 2025. It is opening day of deer season, and we're here. We're going to hunt this evening. Sage had school today, so we didn't go this morning, but we are getting ready now and continuing again a little bit of the new to hunting stuff, taking kids hunting. When you're getting changed, check it out. Just, you know, we bring a tote a lot of times, but set that on the ground. That gives you something dry and clean to get your boots on or to stand on when you are suiting up and getting ready to go into the woods. It's the little things. Anyway, let me set this right here for a second. About to head in, so we will see you on the walk-in, and hopefully we beat the animals to the blind. The pigs have been coming in. There's been one little buck that has been showing up with a little bit of routine. We see him. That Sage has the green light. He does. He's got the green light on anything with antlers, because we cannot shoot does until September 15th. So anything with antlers, he's got the green light on, as well as any of the pigs, which have been coming almost daily. We have not given them any grief in about 2 weeks. So we will see you here in a second. Let's see. These pigs on the feeder for a minute, and I don't know if it caught it earlier, but Sage and I's plan is to let them do their thing, and if they stick around after the feeder throws and they give us the opportunity, we'll bring one home. Otherwise, Sage wants to wait for a deer, so good deal. We're gonna just let them feed and do their thing. Oh, that's 3 of them. Oh, there's 4. Oh, wow. Here they go. Because before, they were real still. Now they're going to be all over the place, but once you can, if you feel like it, you can go ahead. Let her turn sideways, so you know. That black one's also an option. That black one, that's now I'm rival. But I know you like that red one. Well, go ahead and just pay attention, because I think that one is not going to get back up. Well, go ahead and just pay attention, because I think that one is not going to get back up.
I killed her?
Yeah.
I wasn't being nice to her.
No. Let's just watch, because she's laid up in a pile right there. Just, yep, stay on her just in case. You see her get back up. She's doing one splashing over there. But I think that should be okay. Yeah.
Good headshot.
Okay.
I'm really proud of that shot. I tried my best. I would definitely rival with that pig.
You were wanting that one.
And I really appreciate that I found something that was available. And I'm just happy that we found something that could, like, who knows, I could have shot it here. And it isn't good beer, but I appreciate my offering.
I love that you're shooting your offering. You let the universe decide what you get tonight.
I'm really happy what I found.
So, well, he strikes again. I think we'll probably go ahead and walk up there and let's go retrieve her, because this time I have to put her on a cart and we gotta wheel her out. Our buddy is out of town, so there's no four-wheeler. It's just arm work tonight, and it's a pretty good ways in here, so we'll see y'all in a second. I want to give y'all an idea of how big this sow is right here. Sage was not going to be denied this evening. He was not going to let that pig wind him for a second time. She probably weighs a good 150. And it's early enough that we can get her to the butcher. Now Sage gets to see what real work looks like whenever you put something on the ground. Our buddy is not here. I think I mentioned it earlier. He is out of town, so we don't have the four-wheeler, and it is insanely flooded getting back here. Look at the feeder over here. It's pretty much underwater. But this is a feeder. we got some work to do. But I brought my cart. I brought my pull cart. So we're going to go get it. We'll walk back in, hook her up. We're going to walk back out. And we're going to try and figure out how to get this thing in the truck. So this should be fun. This should be interesting. Stay tuned. Come with us.
When I had all the time in the world to shoot the pig, I had thoughts, and I had the thought, and I'm like, shoot her, and like, these thoughts, there's no more thoughts. I'm not letting her get away for the second time. I had no other thoughts at the same time, and so I had nothing on my mind. Then I had a thought of just shoot her, and I pulled the trigger. Well, I actually put the scope on her, pulled the trigger, which I'm supposed to do. Oh, I think there's a bug on you.
Thanks, bud.
Maybe a tick. Oh, nothing.
No, okay.
For a second I thought, but that's what was in my head. Hey guys, look what we found here. Found a hog skull. Looks like a small one. Here, I found it right here. I found a cool circle-ish piece of wood. It just looks cool to me. I'm keeping this thing. Oh. This is how bad the water is. And I have to do my sockets like this, okay? Should we try the other boot?
Let's try the other boot.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, this one. Feels like we're fresh out.
Y'all, we actually have a lifesaver of a buddy coming. My buddy has got his buggy, and I know we didn't have access to the four-wheeler this evening, but my buddy with his buggy, try to say that thing 10 times fast, is on his way. He's going to roll back in here, and we're going to pick it up, and we do not have to use the pull cart tonight. So Sage gets saved one more time. And one of these days, though, he's gonna have the fun of getting an animal out that's way back in there and heavy and bulky and tough. And those are just part of the things. That is just part. Those are part of the memories of hunting. You know, perfect fishing trips, perfect hunting trips. People don't really remember that. They remember the rainstorms and the big waves, or the long haul outs, or big track jobs where you lose blood for an untold amount of time and then find it again. So this is still one of those good ones, because we had that thought in our head that we are about to get our rear ends kicked getting out of here tonight, and it's going to be a late bedtime. Not no more. So we're going to have a dinner, and we're going to be able to get this to the butcher, and I'm excited about that. Drink water. It's hot. We made it to the processor. We went deer hunting for South Carolina's opening day, August 15th. It's a little bit past that now, but we sure did have a big surprise when we walked in there that day. We were looking for a deer, an antlered deer particularly. We cannot shoot does or females until September 15th. Anyway, into the stand we got. The pigs were already there. Big surprise. We were able to get to the stand. In the stand, all our gear set up, and Sage got a shot. Not only did he get a shot, he got a shot on a pig that he really wanted that bested us last time we were there. She winded us and took all the other pigs with her except for one. Sage got that one, and that one turned into lumpia. Fast forward to that evening, Sage gets another chance. We got winded again by the same pig. She didn't get as far this time because Sage put a great shot on her, and, well, we're going to call that pig adobo. Adobo is a very popular Filipino dish. I've never made it. I am going off of some of the recipes I have seen on some Filipino channels, so we're going to go with that. I have eaten it a bunch, but growing up in the United States, especially in the South, I didn't have the big family of Filipinos to be in the kitchen with. So this is a recipe that I am familiar with eating, but not familiar with cooking. To continue with that recipe and making sure that it moves forward in this family at least, we're going to cook it together. What I have here is pork loin. I usually cut these a little bit smaller, and it just makes it more manageable for us. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's just me and Sage. So we don't normally cook big dishes for a lot of people. This dish particularly, though, we're gonna check it one time, cook it one time. If we like it, then we know that we can make a bigger batch and share easily. We start with our pork loin. This is gonna get chopped up. I'm gonna cut it small. Wild hog is very lean. There's not a lot of fat on these things. So in a traditional pork adobo, I feel like I see a lot of pork belly used. There's a lot of fat in that, which is super yummy. But we're going to cut these small, and it should make it a whole lot tender, or more tender, as it cooks down in those smaller pieces. This way better, right? Doesn't wiggle, doesn't move. If you have two smooth pieces of material, whether it's a smooth table, countertop, or what you're looking at here is a cutting board on top of a cutting board, put down a wet paper towel, and that will give you a little bit more grab. That's going to keep you a little safer. These are still slightly frozen. When I'm grinding meat, this works really well to grind just like this. Doesn't gum up the grinder, but these being a little more frozen, they sure do cut a whole lot easier. So I'm gonna cut these, cube them up just like this, and we are going to turn this whole thing into small, I want to say bite size, but these are smaller than bite size right here. So we're going to turn these into some smaller bits. But as you can see on these pieces, this wild hog, there is very little fat on there. There's even the whole tenderloin. I call it tenderloin. This is a back strap. The tenderloins in your animal are actually inside, kind of just above the kidneys, and they run on the inside of the spinal column. They're usually a lot smaller than this right here. So you can kind of tell if you have an internal loin this big, you've got a cow or something giant. Another reason I chose this recipe today was that it doesn't take a long time to make, and in a second I'll show you the ingredient list for this is very, very light. There's really 3 ingredients that make this dish, maybe 4 if you count water. We got the pork cut. This is an extra ingredient, not normally seen it in a couple of other videos, and it smells pretty good. I'm gonna do a little marinade for this. Something I didn't think to mention, because we are in the United States, is that when somebody hears adobo, chicken adobo, pork adobo, it's not this kind of adobo. You can just toss that one out the window. It is a great spice, I guess a seasoning, not really a spice. Back to the pork adobo. Garlic, soy sauce, vinegar, water. Those are the big ones. next to salt, pepper. You can use peppercorns in there. I don't have a bay leaf, but if you want to throw a bay leaf in there, that is fine. It's optional. Time to make the rice. Use a rice maker, follow instructions, wash your rice. Something we learn at a young age when it comes to cooking rice is when you are doing your ratio, you can go by the measuring or you can use your finger. If you are talking to somebody who cooks rice regularly, finger here. So whenever you fill up your whatever you're going to use with water, you add your rice that's been washed, and this far above the rice is how far you want your water. So we are searing it. Tell everybody. Searing this, just getting some color on it. And that Maillard reaction just gives a good caramelization and adds a little bit more depth and flavor to your dish. You can hear it now that liquid is all cooked out and it's loud. Yeah. Should get a good sear on it now, brown up nice. I'm going to add my garlic. We're going to add the soy sauce and we're going to add the water. Sage is a little leery about pepper, so I'm going to add some pepper but not peppercorns to it. And I'm going to go ahead and salt this as well, just a touch. Not going to go too much. I will salt to taste even more later. It's got that soy sauce in it, so you've got to be mindful of it. Alright, now for the hard part of this dish. Cover it and let it simmer. It has been about 35-40 minutes on this right here. Everything's kind of cooking in, cooking down. And what we are going to do is go ahead and reduce it, and it will just kind of take that liquid down out of here and turn everything a real pretty color. And the last thing I'm going to put in here, and I'm not going to stir it, is the vinegar. One thing I forgot to mention that I did add after the fact was a little bit of sugar, but otherwise, again, being the first time we've cooked this, I tried a little piece of it a second ago and it's really good. I think what I've done, I'm really happy with. We're gonna let this keep going down and the rice is finished. So it's just gonna be waiting to put this all together. Adobo is definitely not one of those super bright, super colorful dishes, but as it's cooking down, things are kind of coming together and I'm seeing that color get there, and probably not much longer. Super excited about this. Hey Sage, do you want to plate this thing up with me? Sure. Alright. Alright. What do y'all say we go ahead and plate this up? I think everything's done and it's time to eat. We're starving. You hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our rice down on here. What do you think?
Whoa.
Cool? Alright, step one is that right there. And yes, this has just kind of sucked back up. And let me do some moving so I can get a spoon. What do you think?
Mention with that?
Let's go. Hang on. We're going to get this. This is what it looks like after we've cut the heat and just let it hang out. And let's see what happens. We're gonna add this to the rice.
It's like
some of the pork.
rice in a hole, in a brown hole. Ooh. Ooh.
So, okay. A couple of chives on it from the garden outside. Just to give it a little bit of color. Again, this dish is not insanely colorful. What it lacks in color, it makes up for in some heavy, deep flavors. Oh yeah, how about that? Can y'all see that? Can you see us, everybody? Hang tight. This is our pork adobo. Put a few chives on top of it, and in the summertime, things bolt out. If you leave your plants in the garden, eventually you'll figure out how they make seeds, but these are what chive flowers looks like. So I just took a few, and Sage and I put a couple on here after I got a little green on the plate right there. I don't know. Thought it was fun to do that with. Just a little bit more time bonding and building. So you want to try it first?
Yeah.
This is Sage's pig. So pork adobo it is. Well, hang on. Wild hog adobo it is.
Got it. Oh, good.
And we cut these pieces small. Other dishes, they may be bigger, but I think these are approachable. They are easy to eat. And when you do have a cut of meat that isn't loaded down with fat like pork belly, that'll render down. I feel like this tenderizes really well in a smaller cut, smaller platform. So. It's like we're real Filipinos or something, man. That's actually really good. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of the second time that we have looked at a dish from our homeland, our culture, and made it, and it's turned out well. I like it. I'm proud of it. We will make it again, for sure. And this was very, very, very little on the ingredient list. So I do feel like others will possibly, hopefully, chime in and let us know what else we can add, what else we can do. Big shout out, big thank you to the Filipino community who saw our last hog video with the lumpia. That has really showed out, and showed us some love. Thank you from the islands, from here to the islands. I was actually born in Manila. Sage has never been to the Philippines, but maybe one day we will make it that direction. But a big thank you to the Filipino community. Without y'all's YouTubes, I may not have been able to find this recipe and try and duplicate it best I could. So we'd like to thank y'all. Thank you for everyone that has been following along and our new subscribers as well. We're going to finish this up and we will see y'all on the next episode. Bye.